Good evening, people on the internet. It's been a while since I've made one of these mock review videos, so I'm going to make a mock review video. Anyway, I'm making this video for two reasons mainly. Well, the first reason is because I haven't made a video in ages, so I figured I'd better upload something, otherwise people will think I'm dead. That's why I'm very much alive. And since my most popular series at the moment is bad fan fiction, I figured I might as well get some announcements on that. Me and my sister are planning on doing a bad fan fiction reading of another Harry Potter fan fiction called I'm Not Okay, which is basically a story which is written by Raven, the one who was correcting the spelling and editing the first 15 chapters of My Immortal. So apparently it's almost as cancerous as My Immortal, but it's apparently not as long. So yeah, anyone who's interested in my bad fan fiction series, just look out for those videos. They're on their way. I haven't recorded anything for those yet, but rest assured I will make them soon. Anyway, the second reason why I'm making this video is because I've recently upgraded this guy and I want to show him off. This is Nemesis. I'm sure if any of you have gone through my older videos, you might remember I made a slideshow on this guy, but that was a much earlier version. He has been changed quite a bit since then. Let me just give you a quick upwards pan. There you are, that's basically what it looks like. I'll do it again from the side. Yeah. Work it, honey, work it. And finally from the back. Okay, there you go. That is Nemesis from 3 different angles. Anyway, a little bit of a backstory on this guy. Well, this character is pretty much based on Cell from Dragon Ball Z, because Cell is my favourite character from Dragon Ball Z, so I wanted to make a character that's kind of like Cell. So here it is, this is Nemesis. Anyway, his backstory is he was created by Makuta Bloodtide, who I actually have right here. I've also upgraded Makuta Bloodtide significantly, but I'll go over him in another video. But so yeah, I just wanted to let you know, yeah, I've upgraded Bloodtide as well. Anyway, so he was created using DNA from all of Bloodtide's enemies, like the Toa and the Makuta and all those other people who are kind of against him, like Seamus and Claudius, for example. So naturally he knows all of their fighting abilities and how to counter them, and more importantly, how to improve upon those fighting abilities, because he was pretty much created to be the ultimate warrior. However, Bloodtide realised that there's no way he could keep something like this under his control, because it was way too powerful and dangerous. So he decided to scrap the project and left Nemesis in incubation somewhere deep in his laboratory, planning on releasing him if he had no other option as a doomsday device. However, during that time period, Bloodtide did eventually see the error of his ways and became a good guy, and Nemesis was left in his old laboratory and forgotten about. However, Nemesis is a very adaptable being. He's able to adapt to any situation. He managed to somehow find a way to awaken himself and break out of his incubation. So, and naturally he is very pissed off at Bloodtide for abandoning him, and still wants to continue his mission, which was originally given to him by Bloodtide, to destroy the entire planet and everyone on it, and reign supreme as the universe's destroyer. So yeah. However, this particular form of Nemesis is his complete perfect form, if you will, because I will probably do some MOCs for his the forms which he has before he achieves this ultimate form, but that's for another day. I don't have the parts, and two, I'm a little short on cash, so I can't just order a shit ton of parts off Bricklink. So yeah. Anyway, to achieve his complete form, he has to absorb the elemental crystals. I'm going to go get the elemental crystals very quick. Be back shortly. All the elemental crystals are stored in here. Yeah, pretty simplistic design for crystals. They're literally just two Burrock eyes stuck together. So yeah, that's what the elemental crystals look like. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 8 elemental crystals, which is actually good because I forgot how many of them I actually made. So yeah, when he's in his first form, his incomplete form, if you will, once he manages to absorb 4 of the elemental crystals, he will then achieve his semi-complete form. Then once he absorbs the other 4 remaining crystals, he will achieve his complete form, which you see before you. And because he's absorbing elemental crystals, and because he has all the powers of pretty much all the DNA of pretty much every enemy, well, former enemy of Bloodtide, naturally this means he has the ability to control all of the elemental powers. He can control fire, water, ice, light, darkness, so on and so forth. He has every single elemental ability. So he's somewhat of a avatar, if you will. Sorry. Oh my god. But seriously though, that series is awesome. So yeah, that's basically his purpose, to absorb the elemental crystals and achieve his complete form, and basically kick everyone's arse. That's basically all there is to it. So we just go over him in more detail. So obviously I've given him those gunmetal Kalmar feet, and then he's got these sort of Tormata feet for his lower leg armor. Then he's got a Tormetru foot for his upper armor with a little orange Bowrock eye sticking out there, which is really nice looking. He's got a gunmetal Bowrock hand piece because he doesn't have any weapons. He literally fights unarmed because he's just that awesome. And on the back, obviously, you see he has some more sort of Hero Factory armor here, just to flesh out his arm, his body, pretty much. Just makes him look more imposing, I suppose, and a little less hollow and awkward. Also, it kind of looks like he's got sort of back leg muscles or whatever. Anyway, I'll just go over some of his posability features. So his foot obviously moves 360 degrees and can go up and down like this. And his leg, it doesn't really bend forward, but it does bend about that far back. And obviously up here at the waist, there's the normal range of movement you would expect. Hands, pretty standard movement for the hands. He has an elbow joint which can go all the way up there and about that far back, and also he has a secondary elbow joint which allows him to move his arms in and out that way to get some really awesome poses. Like I can get him to fold his arms and look really cool. Same with the other arm. Obviously his neck full 360 degrees, well, kind of. Can't really go that far because of the thing at the back, but I suppose you could just do that if you really want. But it's not like it's going to do much movement from the neck like that anyway. It's mostly just up and down like that. It's up here where he's got full range of motion. And he has a hinged mouth joint, so yeah, he has a movable mouth now. On my original version of him, he did not have a movable mouth at all. It was pretty much just stuck in the sort of closed position, so that's a bit of an improvement. And obviously you can see that I've used those new Bionicle pieces, you know, from the new Generation 2, I suppose you could call it. Those sort of Tahu blades for his wings, because I saw these and these look perfect for Cell's wings that he has. They just look so much like it. So they can do sort of outwards like that, they can move like that. So yeah, it's got quite a bit of movement for his wings. So you can just splay them out to have him sort of in a flying position. They usually just come to a rest like that. So, and I've given him a bunch of those freaking Lego stud things because I decided that one of his colours was going to be the freaking greenish, yellowish, translucent colour that you see there. So I decided to use those, and hence why I've given him those weird lightning things in his wings, because again it goes with his colour scheme. His chest is completely customised. Again, more of those new Bionicle pieces, like he's got one of those Skull Spider heads, the dark blue version, like inside his Tridax pod, just to make him look more custom, and also to, you know, puts more dark blue in his colour scheme, because he's got quite a few dark blue things. He's actually quite colourful, but I think I did really well on making him his colour scheme really uniform and actually making it look good, despite the fact he has a ton of colours. I mean, he has the light silver colour, so that's 1. He has gunmetal grey, 2. He has black, 3. He has dark blue, 4. He has orange, 5. And he has the translucent, that colour, 6. So, and he has light blue. That's like 7 colours, I believe. I don't know. If I messed up the counting somehow, you could just correct me in the comment section. But remember, if you're going to correct me, make sure no one else has done it first. Thank you. So as you can see, I've already got a size comparison for him. Compared to a canister of Pringles, he is taller than it. So that's how tall he is. And this is what he looks like compared to this Inuyasha plushes right here. So that is Nemesis. All in all, I'm really proud of how this guy turned out, you know, with all his revamps and upgrades. He looks perfect, dare I say. Oh my god. I'm just coming up with the awful jokes today. I'm just gonna, you know, bash my face against a wall or something. So there's Nemesis, the perfect being, and one of my most awesome creations. So I suppose that would really be it for this video. So thank you for watching. This has been Matthew Sensei 666 signing out, and salutations. I never actually say this at the end of my videos before, but like, comment, subscribe. This is literally the first time I've ever said that at the end of one of my videos, so also that means you've got to do it.